So, hello everyone, my name is Bree. I'm a socially minded interdisciplinary artist, and I create work that typically centers around our struggle to navigate social environments, and especially in this contemporary world, just trying to strive to understand, gain, and connect. My works range typically from large-scale interactive installation to small collectible art toys. Wow, that's a fun color. So the first series I'm going to show is called Social Play. So this piece, I'm using traditional toy forms to bring individuals back to moments of developmental learning through play. So the three pieces I have here are Dysfunction, which you can see a pop-up version of it here. There's Through a Tunnel, and also Social Shells. The first piece I'm presenting from the series is Social Shells, and it's about the psyche. It's loosely based off the Jungian idea of psyche, so the archetypes of self, ego, shadow, and persona, and how we grow out of the self as we interact with our social environments and develop these components. And Through a Tunnel, this utilizes the form of a kaleidoscope to talk about social anxiety and bring folks into the moment of experiencing that and how social anxiety can often limit our ability to successfully interact in our social situations. Here are some of the pieces that I sculpted to go into the cap of the kaleidoscope. Alright, so Dysfunction, it's about group dynamics. And it's using the form of, probably not doing this toy, barrel of monkeys. And so the idea is that when the participant comes to interact with the sculptural installation or to observe it, they would be observing, interacting in a group, contemplating contribution within a group structure. So you can see some of the figures, the anthropomorphized monkeys, are fully functional, so they can hook on each other only partially or non-functional. And here are some folks interacting with the piece at an installation. So this was the last series I created in Tucson, Arizona before I moved to the Bay. I usually like to work large. I enjoy dabbling in the small. However, moving to the Bay, it definitely was a challenge for me. Created issues of, we'll move to this one. Where do I create my work? Where do I store my work? When do I create my work? Because I'm having to work so much. And then transportation, I'm always moving around, and I don't have a vehicle here, which is kind of funny for a sculptor who makes really big things. So the series I'm working on now, I set aside social play for a while. I've been meaning to, I have all these ideas, they just keep building up, and it's like, all right, well, I'll put this aside and I'll start working on something else finally. So the series I'm working on right now is called Microcosm. It's using microorganisms as an allegory for human existence contemporaneously, especially when it comes to relationships. So here are some cucky bacteria that I'm sculpting, and those are going to be a cluster utilizing ceramic clay, and I'm carving protozoa out of wood, and I'm also using encaustics and acrylics to create petri dishes with kind of culture in them. And so I started scaling these down even more. These are already scaled up from what I would like. I got the opportunity to install at the Admiral Dobbs miniature gallery at the Compound Gallery in Oakland. And that's literally a 6-inch cube, so you have to look through a hole in the wall. So I really scaled it down for this. So I took this as an opportunity to install how my installation would be on the large scale, but on the small scale and changing mediums. And so there's a protozoa, the cocky cluster, and the culture in the background. And I used Arduino programming to motorize the protozoa and to program the lights in the backgrounds. And here are some of the components before painting and installation. Oh, I'm just about done. And just real quick, this is contagion. It's scaled up a little bit from that. It's the cocky bacteria in a staphylococcus structure, and they can be interacted with, and they're talking about how behavior within a group can be infectious. Okay, so you said the alarm went up?
Yep.
Excellent, perfect. Almost. That's some other stuff. Don't worry about it. We can talk about it later. Or not. Follow me on Instagram.